Welcome to read questions and answers for General Ham Radio Class License. If it is helpful or not, please let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know that you passed the test. I wish you good luck. This is Chapter 3. Sub-element G3 Radio Wave Propagation. Section G3A Sunspot and Solar Radiation, Geomagnetic Field and Stability Indices. Question G3A01. How does a higher sunspot number affect HF propagation? Answer. Higher sunspot numbers generally indicate a greater probability of good propagation at higher frequencies. Question G3A02. What effect does a sudden ionospheric disturbance have on the daytime ionospheric propagation? Answer. It disrupts signals on lower frequencies more than those on higher frequencies. Question G3A03. Approximately how long does it take the increased ultraviolet and X-ray radiation from a solar flare to affect radio propagation on Earth? Answer. 8 minutes. Question G3A04. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? Answer. 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. Question G3A05. What is the solar flux index? Answer. A measure of solar radiation within a wavelength of 10.7 centimeters. Question G3A06. What is a geomagnetic storm? Answer. A temporary disturbance in Earth's geomagnetic field. Question G3A07. At what point in the solar cycle does the 20-meter band usually support worldwide propagation during daylight hours? Answer. At any point. Question G3A08. How can a geomagnetic storm affect HF propagation? Answer. Degrade high-latitude HF propagation. Question G3A09. How can high geomagnetic activity benefit radio communications? Answers. Creates auroras that can reflect VHF signals. Question G3A10. What causes HF propagation conditions to vary periodically in a 26 to 28 day cycle? Answer. Radiation of the sun's surface layers around its axis. Question G3A11. How long does it take a coronal mass ejection to affect radio propagation on Earth? Answer. 15 hours to several days. Question G3A12. What does the K-index measure? Answer. The short-term stability of Earth's geomagnetic field. Question G3A13. What does the A-index measure? Answer. The long-term stability of Earth's geomagnetic field. Question G3A14. How is long-distance radio communication usually affected by the charged particles that reach Earth from solar coronal holes? Answer. HF communication is disturbed. Section G3B. Maximum usable frequency, lowest usable frequency, short path and long path propagation, determining propagation conditions, ionospheric refraction. Question G3B01. What is characteristic of skywave signals arriving at your location by both short path and long path propagation? Answer. A slightly delayed echo might be heard. Question G3B02. What factors affect the MUF? Answer. All these choices are correct. And these are path distance and location, time of day and season, solar radiation, and ionospheric disturbances. Question G3B03. Which frequency will have the least attenuation for long-distance skip propagation? Answer. just below the MUF. Question G3B04. Which of the following is the way to determine current propagation on a desired band from your station? Answer: use a network of automated receiving stations on the internet to see where your transmissions are being received. Question G3B05. How does the ionosphere affect radio waves with frequencies below the MUF and above the LUF? Answer: they are refracted back to Earth. Question G3B06. What usually happens to radio waves with frequencies below the LUF? Answer: they are attenuated before reaching the destination. Question G3B07. What does LUF stand for? Answer: the lowest usable frequency for communications between two specific points. Question G3B08. What does MUF stand for? Answer: the maximum usable frequency for communications between 2 points. Question G3B09. What is the approximate maximum distance along the Earth's surface normally covered in one hop using the F2 region? Answer: 2,500 miles. Question G3B10. What is the approximate maximum distance along the Earth's surface normally covered in one hop using the E region? Answer: 1,200 miles. Question G3B11. What happens to HF propagation when the LUF exceeds the MUF? Answer: propagation via ordinary skywave communications is not possible over that path. Question G3B12. Which of the following is typical of the lower HF frequencies during the summer? Answer: high levels of atmospheric noise or static. Section G3C. Ionospheric regions, critical angle and frequency, HF scatter, near vertical incidence skyware, NVIS. Question G3C01. Which ionospheric region is closest to the surface of Earth? Answer: the D region. Question G3C02. What is meant by the term critical frequency at a given incidence angle? Answer: the highest frequency which is reflected back to Earth. Question G3C03. Why is skip propagation via the F2 region longer than via the other ionospheric regions? Answer: because it is the highest. Question G3C04. What does the term critical angle mean as applied to radio wave propagation? Answer: the highest takeoff angle that will return a radio wave to Earth under specific ionospheric conditions. Question G3C05. Why is long-distance communication on the 40, 60, 80, and 160-meter bands more difficult during the day? Answer: the D region absorbs signals at these frequencies during daylight hours. Question G3C06. What is characteristic of HF scatter? Answer: signals have a fluttering sound. Question G3C07. What makes HF scatter signals after sound distorted? Answer: energy is scattered into the skip zone through several different paths. Question G3C08. Why are HF scatter signals in the skip zone usually weak? Answer: only a small part of the signal energy is scattered into the skip zone. Question G3C09. What type of propagation allows signals to be heard in the transmitting station's skip zone? Answer: scatter. Question G3C10. What is near vertical incidence skywave NVIS propagation? Answer: short distance MF or HF propagation at high elevation angles. Question G3C11. Which ionospheric region is the most absorbent of signals below 10 MHz during daylight hours? Answer: the D region. This is the end of Chapter 3 of Read Questions and Answers for General Ham Radio Class License. Please follow me for Chapter number 4.